Message.
Talking about Linda? All weekend long, they were sending me information beginning on Friday.
Your car needs some plates moved around.
Live on YouTube. Is that for Arraignment? So we go across the street. Because he has clients in his office all the time when we're doing this. Three more. We start with Alvarez. Down at the bottom of page 2.
Your Honor, if I may just let you know, I've got a mediation, starts at 9. And the people I have on the docket this morning, I have no motions or anything for. If there was any way I could go through mine or just pass them, however you desire.
I can't take you first, Brett. I've got a 34-page docket with 97 people.
Yes, sir.
So
That's fine. I'll just, we'll.
If you run into that again, talk to the DA's office before the day of court. We can probably address that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have two Zooms going on. So, and I'll just watch to make sure I get.
It looks like it's going to be a while before you get called.
Okay.
I don't have page numbers, but you're probably about 10 pages into it.
Yeah, I'm a ways in, I know. I'm gonna log out for a few minutes and then I'll log back in on my phone. Is that okay with you?
It is.
Okay. And then that way for my mediation, I'm on my big screen.
Okay.
I'll see y'all in a few minutes. I'll log back in on my phone.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. It looks like we have there's one more.
Your Honor, Roy Barrera here. Good morning. I also have a divorce that's going to be called at 9 o'clock with about 7 or 8 witnesses. And I would also like the court's permission to log in and log off. I heard your announcement how large your docket is today, and but I am here, and my client will be on the Zoom as well. Blake,
Just log back in whenever you can, and if we call it before you're back in, we'll loop around again.
Thank you, Judge. Appreciate it. I'll stay on until I have to leave.
Okay, thank you.
Judge Emerson, I have offer more, but it was a case that you're hearing by agreement the 16th.
Yeah, it's not going to get called this morning, Clay.
That's what I thought. Can I let her go then?
You can.
Okay. Andre, you're confused, and I'll call you this afternoon.
Ready? You let the class people in. Going different turn going to be on form. Or is that the client? Oh, we just reset it. It may be forever. Tell her, she's still on the phone. Okay, never mind then.
Your Honor.
Okay. Tell them now. Looks like the defendant is Soledad Ariola. Is Soledad Ariola in the Zoom hearing? Mr. Ariola, are you there? Or Mrs. Ariola? I'm not getting a response anyway right now. All right, you ready, Paul?
Your Honor, may I make a quick announcement also?
Yes, sir.
I have one of your jail cases. His name is Claiborne Stevenson. I did file a motion to withdraw, but I have a civil matter that at 8:30 over in Bear County that shouldn't take very long.
I can tell you if it's a jail case, it won't even be called till 1:30.
Yeah, the guy, he was incarcerated. I don't think he ever bonded out. A guy named Claiborne Stevenson.
Then it won't be. If he's incarcerated, that docket's not even set until 1:30.
Okay. All right, then I'll just log in at that time, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, sir.
This is Rothman. Judge, just for clarification, I have what is on this docket, I think is a brief pre-trial. However, it's supposed to be a plea with plea paperwork already submitted. It's way down the list. Your Honor, if you think we're not going to make it before noon,
I plan on being through this docket before noon.
Very well, sir.
Yeah, we have another docket starting at 1:30, so it'll happen. We're just going to be moving to lightning speed.
Thanks, Judge.
Ready? All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's approximately 8:40. This is the 8:30 docket that was set for today in the 198 Judicial Court, set for a criminal docket. We have well over 100 people on this Zoom hearing. I would ask you to please mute your microphones until you hear your name is called. If you don't, we're going to have so much background noise that we can't hear everybody to be able to conduct our business. And the worse it is for hearing folks, the longer this docket will take, which means that the longer you're stuck on Zoom. So please work with us, mute your microphone until you hear your name called.
Excuse me?
For the attorneys. Miss Ariola?
Yes.
Okay, I tried to call your name a few minutes ago. Your attorney's wife had a baby last night at 3 a.m. Your case is going to be reset. Contact your attorney.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, for the attorneys that have a copy of the docket, I'm literally going to start in the docket and run down. We'll be starting toward the bottom of page 2 where it says 198th cases. At this point, the court will call cause number B20-612, the state of Texas versus Stone Alvarez.
Here, Your Honor.
Mr. Alvarez, you were reset from last month to retain an attorney. Can you tell the court who you hired?
Yes, sir. Your Honor, I tried calling the district clerk number that's on the website multiple times, but it kept giving me like voicemails. I left voicemails for them to call me back and everything so I could try to get an attorney. But the website just kept telling me, like whenever I would call that number, it just wouldn't work at all.
Yeah, you probably called the week we had the ice storm. If you called any other time, it would have gone straight to a person. There's about 10 separate lines in that district clerk's office.
Yes,
So
Your
you
Honor.
did not hire an attorney. You're seeking to get a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, contact the district clerk's office on or before Wednesday of this week. Your case is going to be reset one more time for April 5th, okay?
Yes,
So
Your
you're on
Honor.
the April 5th docket at 8:30, but get in touch with the district clerk's office before Wednesday of this week, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court will call cause number B20-511, the state of Texas versus Daniel Ayala.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mr. Ayala, we were reset for you to apply for court-appointed counsel. Did you do that?
Yes, sir, I did, and I'm still waiting to hear from him.
It looks like that your application was approved on February 26th,
Yes, sir.
and the public defender's office was appointed to represent you. So, we have a phone number for them?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sure, hang on just a minute. Clerk's office. Call the Kerr County District Clerk's office and ask them for contact information for the public defender's office. Okay. And we'll see you
Yes,
back
sir.
on April 5th. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. You have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Court will call cause number B20-412, the state of Texas versus Charles Bergen.
Your Honor, he's present here in my office, and he just recently retained me like this morning. We're sending over a written waiver of arraignment.
Okay. Considering you're going to send over written waiver arraignment, the court will enter a scheduling order. Your next scheduled appearance for the court should be on May 3rd. So we'll see you back on May 3rd, Mr. Bergen.
May he be excused?
He may. Thank you.
Your Honor. We'll see you. Bye.
Court will call cause number B20-214, the state of Texas versus Mario Castillo.
Yes, sir.
All right, give me just one moment. All right, Mr. Castillo, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Looks like we reset for you to retain a new attorney. Can you tell the court who you hired?
I have not hired one. I was calling, but it was during that winter storm and I was not able to get in touch with anyone.
Well, that winter storm was 1 week of the 4 weeks. What'd you do the other 3 weeks?
I was working. I just got off late and I assumed the office had closed around 4 or 5.
Mr. Castillo, I'm going to give you one more shot at this and then I'm going to appoint an attorney for you and you're stuck. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to reset for April 5th. You need to make this a priority.
Yes, sir. I'll call right after this.
All right. April 5th at 8:30. We'll see you back. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Court will call cause number B20-618, the state of Texas versus Jacob Diaz. Mr. Diaz, are you with us?
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Looks like we reset last time you were here for you to retain an attorney. Who did you hire?
I have not been able to hire, or I've been trying to get a court-appointed attorney.
Okay, what did you do to make an effort toward that?
I got my application, but I had a hard time understanding how to fill it out. But I finally had got the proper help, and I should be turning in my application soon. Today, I should be turning it.
Okay, submit it on or before Wednesday, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll see you back on April 5th at 8:30.
All right, thank you.
Court will call cause number B20-426, the state of Texas versus Randy Garish.
Yes, sir.
Garish, we're present today for arraignment. Are you represented by an attorney?
I applied for applied for one Friday at the district clerk's office, but I haven't heard anything back.
Yeah, that's because it was Friday.
Yeah,
Hang on just one second. Okay, they have your paperwork. Let me look here. All right, based on your application, you exceed the county's indigent defense qualifications. What that means is you're going to have to retain your own attorney, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to reset it for April 5th at 8:30 in the morning. Please try to hire an attorney before April 5th, okay?
I will try.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Court will call cause number B21-23, the state of Texas versus George Gutierrez.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I had to turn the whatchamacallit off to get my phone to work. The Wi-Fi.
Mr. Gutierrez, we're set for arraignment this morning. Are you represented by an attorney?
Not yet, sir. I'm trying to get all the money to get one. I should be able to, maybe this next 2 weeks or week, I should be able to come up with the money because it is charging me, a lot.
Okay, let's do this. Let me reset your case for April 5th at 8:30, and that'll give you about 3 or 4 weeks to get an attorney.
Okay.
Okay, and we'll see you back on April 5th at 8:30, please.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bye.
Why does it say pretrial, but there's no attorney? I don't know. Let's figure it out. Court will call cause number B19-626, 627, 628, and 720, the state of Texas versus Arthur Hernandez. Good morning, Mr. Hernandez. Give me just 1 second while I get your file.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay, I'm showing that your attorney withdrew. Have you retained another attorney?
No, Your Honor, I wanted to represent myself.
Okay. No, I need to run get the yeah, same book. Give me just 1 second. I'm gonna get the admonishments out that we need to proceed with that, okay?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Thank you very much. All right, Mr. Hernandez, there's a couple things I need to go through to make sure you understand exactly what you're getting yourself into, okay?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that you have the right to retain your own counsel? If you can't afford counsel, counsel can be appointed for you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that the court can neither encourage nor discourage you, whichever route you decide to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I need to ask you a series of questions. Can you read and write the English language?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you tell the court what your current age is?
38.
Okay, and what is your occupation?
Mechanic.
Okay, and what kind of educational background do you have?
GED.
Are you familiar with the Texas Rules of Evidence?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you familiar with the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you familiar with the Texas Penal Code?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand how difficult it would be to represent yourself and yet remain silent while representing yourself?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that any incriminating statements you make while representing yourself could become admissions used against you as evidence?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand how to confront witnesses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand the rules for direct and cross-examination of witnesses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand how to issue a subpoena?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand how to question jurors and challenge jurors?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand the nature of the elements of the charges that have been charged against you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that the court cannot give you any advice on how to defend yourself?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that the court cannot give you any special consideration because of your lack of knowledge of the law if there's a particular area you don't understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that you can withdraw your waiver at any time and the court can provide counsel for you?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll tell you, Mr. Hernandez, generally it doesn't work out very well when somebody tries to represent themselves. Are you sure this is what you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and what I'm going to do is reset all your cases for April 5th for a 2801 hearing. I would advise you to check the local rules and see exactly what's included in a 2801 hearing so that you don't accidentally waive any rights for that day, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll see you back on April 5th at 8:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. Take care.
Thank you.
Linda.
Let these new folks in. Court will call cause number B21-32, the state of Texas versus Christopher Jensen. Mr. Jensen, are you with us? Christopher Jensen. I'm going to set the file to the side, Amber. Court will call cause number B2445 and 446, the state of Texas versus Gregory Jones. Mr. Jones, are you with us? Gregory Jones. Mr. Gregory Jones.
Sorry, right here. Hello?
All right.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Jones, we're present for arraignment this morning. Are you currently represented by an attorney?
No, I have one. I need a little more time for the down payment. I should have it this week.
You're sure?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to reset you for April 5th at 8:30. Be
All right,
sure
thank you
you
very
have
much.
your attorney on board because this is the last reset I'm going to give you for this, okay?
Will do for sure. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Yeah. Court will call cause number B20-547, the state of Texas versus Austin Kinsey. Austin Kinsey. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Court will call cause number B2448, B2550, the state of Texas versus Dana Lockhart. Ms. Lockhart, are you with us? Dana Lockhart. Move on. Court will call cause number B21-24, the state of Texas versus Jaden Martinez. Thank you. Mr. Martinez? No. Mr. Jaden Martinez? Okay, let's move on. Court will call cause number B21-27, the state of Texas versus Micah McCormick. Micah McCormick. Okay. Court will call cause number B20-560, the state of Texas versus Jennifer Moreno. Thank you. Jennifer Moreno. All right, let's move on. Thank you. Court will call cause number B20-562, the state of Texas versus Stephen Ortiz. Mr. Stephen Ortiz.
Hello? Oh, I don't know if they called my case or. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. You just need to wait until your name's called, please.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Court will call cause number B20-307, the state of Texas versus Becky Phillips.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Ms. Phillips.
Good morning.
Looks like we're here for arraignment this morning. Are you represented by an attorney?
Me?
Ms. Becky Phillips, yes, ma'am.
No, sir. I was supposed to pay a fine before my court to get my case dismissed, and I have paid that. I got the cashier's check for $2,656.25, and it's paid off.
That was the restitution. Who did you forward that to?
Kaylin Giddings. I was supposed to, the district attorney's office told me to get a cashier's check for this amount and make it out to Kaylin Giddings. And that's what I've done.
Judge, if I could respond, if that's been paid to the district clerk's office, I'll confirm that and then the case will be dismissed.
I got the receipt right here.
Okay, we'll take care of that, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm talking to Ms. Longenball. She says she has the cashier's check, but does not have an address for the victim to be able to forward the check.
Okay, I'll make sure I get that to her, Judge.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Phillips, you're free to leave the court hearing. Thank you.
Is my case dismissed?
Not yet, but they're supposed to take care of that. So
Okay.
you should receive written confirmation shortly. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Should have two cases. 2207 and 2567. Court will call cause number B2207 and B2567, the state of Texas versus Jordan Ramirez.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I can. Good morning, Mr. Ramirez.
Good morning.
We're set for arraignment on both of these cases. Are you represented by an attorney?
All right, I got it. What do I do now?
You need to stay on there now.
Okay.
Hang on, let me mute this.
Stay on there now, and then they're gonna.
It won't let me mute.
So just sit here and wait.
Yeah,
Ma'am.
just sit there and wait, and then be sure now you know where to unmute it. So he's gonna come back, and they're gonna call.
There. All right, Mr. Ramirez, sorry about that. It looks like we were reset for you to retain an attorney. Have you retained an attorney?
Yes, sir.
Who's your attorney?
I hired the Hernandez law firm.
Did you tell them you have court today?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, bear with us just a minute. We're looking for a letter of representation in the file.
All right.
What day did you retain them?
On Thursday last week, I had just came up with the money and hired them.
All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reset you for April 5th. Be sure and call them back and tell them that the court does not have a letter of representation or a waiver of arraignment.
All right,
and you're reset for April 5th, okay?
All right, yes, sir.
Hernandez Law Firm. Court will call cause number B21-28, the state of Texas versus Robles.
Good morning, President.
Give me just a minute, Mr. Robles.
Yes, Your Honor.
There, we'll solve that problem. All right, Mr. Robles, it looks like we're set for arraignment. Are you represented by an attorney?
No, Your Honor, I'm seeking for a court-appointed counsel.
Okay, what I need you to do is contact the district clerk's office in Kerr County on or before Wednesday. They'll send you the proper application, fill that out, and immediately return it. And we're going to reset you for April 5th, okay?
Understood, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll see you back then. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me.
Do me a favor, I'll pause for a second. Send a chat to Jackie. If that was her client on Moto G7, until she learns how to mute, I'm going to keep removing her because I mute her, she'd unmute. And we did that like 4 times. Court will call cause number B20-312, State of Texas versus James Sarum.
Judge, he's present, and we don't represent him on this cause number, but we do represent him on another cause number that's on the next page. But he is present.
So he also has B20-573.
That's correct, and we represent him on that cause number, but not on this cause number.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and call B20-573 at the same time, then. On B20-573, I believe it's set for pretrial. Do we have any pretrial issues?
No, Your Honor. We met with the district attorney's office last week with Mr. Harpold, and I believe that we are going to be able to resolve both of these cases. As a courtesy, we're going to do the death case also, but I think we've tentatively reached an agreement.
And what day did y'all agree to set the plea for?
This Friday's not a good day for me, but any other Friday would be okay, Your Honor.
Okay. Why don't you contact the DA's office and figure out a date where you don't have a conflict?
Okay.
And we'll get you set on there.
All right.
And have you had a chance on B20-312, have you had a chance to look at that indictment with your client at all?
I believe Mr. Hurt did, Your Honor. We can waive arraignment on that.
Okay.
Just as a courtesy to the court, we'll send in a written waiver so we can get both these cases disposed of, Your Honor.
Very good. All right, we'll see you for an agreed plea.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Mr. Sarum, just stay in touch with your attorney's office so they can see when
Yes,
to
sir.
report, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Next one is the young lady that was out front. Trisha Schroeder. Yeah, you should have an application. There you go. Assuming Trisha Schroeder left. Yeah. Okay. All right. The court will call cause number B20-574, State of Texas versus Earl Shake Schneider. Court's calling Earl Shake Snyder.
There.
Okay, I'm right here, Your Honor.
There you are.
Okay.
Okay. We're set for arraignment this morning, sir. Are you represented by an attorney?
I went and applied. They said you'd know who he would be before I would. I filled out all the paperwork and everything.
When did you fill that out?
Wednesday. Wednesday.
Okay, give me just a second. We're going to look it up in the computer, okay?
She said that you'd know before I would. Oh. Yeah, I'm right here.
Let me see if I can get him unmuted again. Schneider, who did you turn that paperwork into?
I was at the courthouse. I went to the courthouse.
Upstairs or downstairs?
Upstairs, and they helped me. They helped me do it.
Okay. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to reset your case for April 5th. Your paperwork is somewhere in the system, and I can't tell who the attorney is yet.
Okay.
If you don't receive anything in a couple of days, contact the district clerk's office and ask them who was appointed to represent you, okay?
Right, because I asked them, how would I know? They said, you'd know before I would.
Yeah, give them a call back within a couple of days, and I'm going to reset you for April 5th, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Trina. I think I'm done anyway.
Court will call cause number B20-585, the state of Texas versus Michael Verdreen.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
There you are. Okay, it looks like we're set for arraignment this morning. Are you represented by an attorney? Mr. Verdreen, can you hear me?
No, sir. I was actually going to see if I could hear you.
I'm sorry.
I can hear you. I just want to enter a plea of guilty.
Well, are you going to try to represent yourself? Is that what you're going to try to do?
Yes, sir. I've already got denied 3 times by the public attorney's office, and I don't want to buy an attorney if I'm going to be guilty for something.
Well, hang on. Let me go through some admonishments, okay?
Yes,
Because you
sir.
need to understand exactly what you're getting yourself into.
Yes, sir.
All right, if you decide to try to represent yourself, you understand that the court can neither encourage or discourage you in whatever you decide to do.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I have some basic questions I need to ask you, and it's going to be similar to what I asked the gentleman earlier, if you were listening in on that. Can you read and write the English language?
Yes, sir.
What is your current age?
20.
What is your occupation?
I'm a cook at Chili's.
What's your educational background?
I graduated high school.
Do you know the rules, the Texas rules of evidence?
I'm looking into that.
Do you know the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure?
Yes, sir. I've went over that.
Do you know the Texas Penal Code?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the elements of the criminal offense that you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand any possible defenses and the range of punishment of that offense?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how difficult it is to exercise your constitutional right to remain silent while representing yourself?
Yes, sir.
In other words, do you understand that any incriminating statements you make while representing yourself could become admissions of interest and used as evidence against you?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how to confront witnesses?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the rules for direct and cross-examination of witnesses?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how to issue and enforce a subpoena?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how to question jurors and challenge jurors?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that the court cannot give you any advice on how to defend yourself?
Yes, sir. I understand.
Do you understand that the court cannot give you any special consideration because of your lack of knowledge of the law?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that you can withdraw your waiver at any time and the court will provide counsel for you if you can't afford counsel?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that if you end up hiring an attorney later or have an attorney appointed to you, you can't redo anything that you might have done when you're representing yourself?
Yes, sir. I understand.
And understanding all that, is it still your desire to represent yourself?
Yes, sir. I want to represent myself with this case.
Okay, and you understand that generally that's not a good idea because it's like playing Monopoly if you don't understand the rules, except it's your life at stake, not a plastic board piece.
I mean, the public's attorney, they want to set me, and I don't want to pay for a lawyer if I know for sure that I'm guilty of something already.
Okay, I'm gonna reset your case for April 5th. You need to go ahead and get a copy of your indictment and be prepared to represent yourself for purposes of arraignment on April 5th, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll see you back then at 8:30.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
You're welcome. Thank you. Court will call cause number B20-470, the state of Texas versus Christopher Wallen.
Yes, Your Honor.
Morning, Mr. Wallen.
Morning.
All right, it looks like you were going to reapply for a court-appointed counsel. Did you do that?
No, sir. I've been in the hospital with my daughter and then I've been sick.
Is your daughter out of the hospital now?
Yes, sir. We got home last night.
Okay, let me do this. Let's go ahead and reset you for April 5th. And if you're going to ask for court-appointed counsel, I would ask you to please do it on or before Wednesday of this week, okay?
Yes, sir. I'll do it today.
All right, I hope she feels better.
Thank you. Oh, Your Honor.
Yes.
I do have another case that I don't know if it'll be on this one or not.
Does he have another case on the computer? Okay, it's a misdemeanor, so it's going to be in a different court.
Yes, sir.
So it won't be on this docket.
But it is today?
Is it in Kerr County also?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then you might call the county clerk's office
Okay.
and talk to them, and you can find out the status of your case, okay?
Okay, and this was the case of the assault, correct?
This is an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay, we'll see you back on April 5th. Be sure you turn in your paperwork this week.
Yes, sir.
Court will call cause number B20-587 and 588, the state of Texas versus John Williams.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
Where are you, Mr. Williams? If you could speak up one more time, it'll bring you up to the top of my screen.
Yes, sir, I'm here. Yes, Your Honor. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't see you. Let me see if I
Okay,
can find you.
could be a camera or lighting. I'll have to click on the charger. I don't know if that's any better. Let me see. Sorry, my phone sucks. I broke my old thing. Better? Cool.
You're still not showing up, but let me ask you this. You're set for arraignment. Are you represented by an attorney?
Oh, no, sir. No, sir. I was trying to get my own, and they raised my bond for that second charge or whatever that we were waiting on, and they kind of took up all my money. And that snowstorm hit out of nowhere and blew. But
Do you think you can afford an attorney, or would you like to apply for court-appointed counsel?
That's what I might have to do. I should have done it earlier this week, but I just want to.
Okay. And what I'm going to ask you to do is please go into the district clerk's office or contact the district clerk's office in Kerr County on or before Wednesday.
Yes,
Fill
sir.
out your application for court-appointed counsel, and I'm going to reset you for April 5th at 8:30, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, we'll see you back then. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
But this is a real headache for me.
Court will call cause number B19-792, the state of Texas versus Bradley Barney.
We are present, Your Honor. He's here in my office. We have spoken with the district attorney's office, and this is another case, I believe, that we have a tentative agreement. If we just need to get it set and I can get with them and get a date.
Mr.
Yes.
Rosenbach or Mr. Harpole?
Yes, Your Honor. We'll take care of that.
All right, just contact them and we'll get you on a plea docket.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Barney, just stay in touch with your attorney, please.
He does. Okay.
Thank you.
Will you send the speech in here?
Thank you, Carol.
Okay, sure. Yep. Yep.
Good seeing you.
Okay.
This one? Okay. Court will call cause number B20-266, the state of Texas versus Stephanie Beach.
She's present, Your Honor.
He's
Looks
ready.
like we're set for pretrial today.
We are. We don't have any pretrial motions. We met with the district attorney's office, discussed several things, and they were going to check into something and get back with us. And that's kind of the status that we're at right now, Your Honor.
That's
Helen, I
correct.
believe we can work that out and set it up on a plea, just like we discussed on the other ones. So let's talk and get that done.
Okay.
Okay. If you work it out for a plea, then just set it on an agreed plea date. In the event that you don't, I'm going to reset it for April 5th and we'll figure out where to go from there.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Court will call cause number B20-211, the state of Texas versus Kelby Combs.
Your Honor, he's online and we're present. We're ready.
Mr. Combs, are you with us?
Yes, sir.
There you are. Okay.
It's another case that we met with the DA's office, and I believe we have tentatively worked out an agreement, and I need to get with them to get a date.
That's correct.
All right. Get with the DA's office. Mr. Combs, stay in touch with your attorney and we'll set you on an agreed date. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Court will call cause number B17-225, the state of Texas versus Maria Medina.
She is present here in my office, Your Honor. We don't have any pretrial issues, but we spoke with the DA's office last week and they were going to check some matters out and get back with us.
That's correct.
Yeah, I would just go, Judge, if we could go ahead and just put that on April 5th. I've got just a little bit of work to do before I can figure things out.
All right, let's reset for April 5th at 8:30 and then we'll make a determination from there.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you all. Thank you. Court will call cause number B20-435, the state of Texas versus Keith Hill.
He's here in my office, Your Honor. I'm going to have to get him.
Okay.
But hey, Keith, I can make an announcement to the court, Your Honor, though.
Yes, sir.
This is another one that we've tentatively worked out an agreement, and I just need to get with the DA's office to set it for a plea, and Mr. Hill is present right here on the screen.
I see him.
Correct.
All right, Mr. Hill, just stay in touch with your attorney and we're going to get you a reset date for a plea. Thank you.
Okay, you can be excused. Thank you. All right.
I'd say just let me have one. Court will call cause number B19-286, 287, and B19-929, the state of Texas versus Tristan Hollowell.
I'm here, Your Honor.
I'm present on that, Your Honor. I spoke with the DA's office last week, and Mr. Hollowell has some new pending matters. And so we've agreed to just pass this one to see what comes of those, I believe.
Correct.
Are they in Kirk County or another county?
They're in Kirk County, Your Honor. Hasn't been indicted yet.
Well, do you want April or May?
I believe based on conversations that this is one of those complicated ones where I think the 216th are going to request possibly that these cases be put in their court because of the other cases. But I think May would probably be the better date, just time wise.
Mr. Rosenbach?
That sounds fine with us, Your Honor.
All right, let's reset all three of these for May 3rd at 8:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
I think that's all I have this morning. I'll be back this afternoon.
All right. Happy trails till then, Mr. Danford.
You too.
Thanks. Thank you. Court will call cause number B20-96, the state of Texas versus Edwin Rodello.
I'm present on that one, Your Honor. My client should be online.
I'm here.
There we go. For purposes of pretrial, let's say the parties.
It's ready.
Defense is ready, Your Honor. There's no pre-trial motions at this time. Still in contact with the state as far as trying to get this resolved.
Nothing from the state.
You want one more pretrial before we start jumping around looking for a trial day?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let's reset it for April 5th at 8:30.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. Court will call cause number B20-200, the state of Texas versus Gabriel Vasquez.
I'm present on that, Judge, and I think he's online.
I'm here. Can y'all hear me?
I
Can
have
you
no
hear me?
Yes, sir.
I have no pretrial matters at this time. I would just appreciate if Mr. Vasquez would give me a call as soon as court is over.
Okay, I will. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. Yes,
Okay, and it looks like we were actually set for 2801 today. Do we have any announcements?
Judge, I would request that we reset the 2801 because I've not been able to talk to Mr. Vasquez. I've made 8 attempts since the last court setting.
I tried to call you. I called your office and left messages, but I could never reach you. Oh.
All right, we're going to reset the 2801 for April 5th.
All right, thank you,
Everybody
Judge.
back on April 5th. Thank you.
So I call you after this?
Yes, please, in about 20
Okay.
minutes. Thank you.
Okay, I'll call you. Yes, ma'am. Oh, can I leave? Or what is that?
You're free to leave, Mr. Vasquez.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Court will call cause number B20-517, the state of Texas versus Whitney Chapman.
Judge, I'm present on that. Ms. Chapman is in the Kendall County Jail, and we've worked out a plea on that case, and she's going to plead on Wednesday. I've got the papers. I'm going over there as soon as we're finished here.
That's correct.
All right, we'll see you back on Wednesday. Thank you.
Mhm.
There you go. We'll wing it. Court will call cause number B21-20, the state of Texas versus Crystal Dowlern. Ms. Dowlern, are you with us?
Judge, I filed a waiver on that last week.
Okay, then you should have a scheduling order, which means your next scheduled appearance on that will be May 3rd.
Thank you, Judge.
Court will call cause number B20-217 and B20-274, the state of Texas versus Tammy Galloway Gardner.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here.
Good morning. For purposes of pretrial, what say the parties?
State's ready.
Defense is ready. Judge, I've been talking to Mr. Harpold about this case. I believe this is one we will plead. We're just trying to work it out.
That's correct.
Rosenbach?
That's correct, Your Honor. We can just.
All right. Let's reset it for April 5th, and if we don't have something by then we'll jump on the contested docket.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
You have a blessed day. May
Thank
I
you.
be excused?
Yes, ma'am. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you, sir.
Court will call cause number B12-312, the state of Texas versus Salvador Garcia.
Judge, I'm here on that. I've been unable to contact him. I don't see him online either. I'm not sure.
Mr. Garcia, are you with us? Mr. Salvador Garcia. All right, I'm going to set him to the side and we'll circle back. Court will call cause number B20-538, the state of Texas versus Daryl Huffman. Excuse me.
Judge, I'm present on that. We worked out a plea. It's set for a plea on Wednesday.
That's correct.
Mr. Huffman, are you with us?
Yes, sir.
All right. Your case has been reset for a plea on Wednesday, so we'll see you back on Wednesday. Thank you.
Thank you.
Court will call cause number B19-756, the state of Texas versus Sean K.
Judge, I'm present on that one as well. We've also worked that one out and he'll be pleading on Wednesday.
Correct.
Mr. K, are you with us?
Yes, sir. I'm here, Your Honor.
All right, your case has been reset for Wednesday for a plea, so we'll see you back then. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you. May I be dismissed?
You may.
All right. Thank you.
Court will call cause number B19-888 and 889, the state of Texas versus Stephen Myers.
I'm present on that, Judge. I saw Mr. Myers on somewhere.
I'm here.
Perfect. For purposes of pretrial, what say the parties?
State's
Or
ready.
actually, excuse me, it looks like they're set for 2801s today. So for 2801, what say the parties?
State's ready.
Defense is ready. We have nothing today, Judge.
Nothing from the state.
Okay. Give me just a second. All right. Your next scheduled appearance is going to be April 5th for a pretrial, and then at that point, we'll decide whether to jump on the contested docket or not.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
I just want to say y'all are doing a great job of keeping that moving forward in your courtroom.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. Yeah. Sure. Court will call cause number B20-294, the state of Texas versus Brittany McCool.
Judge, I see her online. I'm present on that. I was not able to get a hold of her since the last arraignment. If she could please call me after court, could we set the arraignment out one more time?
Your Honor, my name is Sean O'Donnell. I have Brittany on the phone. She has pancreatitis and pneumonia. She's going to the hospital. I will have her call you as soon as the court's over.
Right here.
She's right here. She's on the phone. Go ahead, say, hon.
Ms.
Say.
McCool, are you with us?
Can you hear her?
Ms. McCool?
I'm right here.
Can you hear her, Your Honor?
I'm on the phone. We're just on their separate phones.
Okay. All right, your case is going to be reset for April 5th. You need to call your attorney today as soon as you get through with your medical provider, okay?
If she could I sent her multiple emails. If she could send me her number, that would be awesome. And I did send her mine on her email. So it's under
SO'Donnell35.com at gmail.com is the emails that it came from.
I'll look for that. I haven't seen it, but I'll look for that. Send me another email with her name as the subject, please.
Yes, ma'am. I'll do that as soon as we get off the phone.
All right,
Thank
we'll
you.
see you back on April 5th. Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you. I appreciate it.
Court will call cause number B19-851, the state of Texas versus James Oglesby.
I'm present on that, Judge. I believe we're still waiting on the labs.
Mr. Oglesby, are you with us? Mr. Oglesby? Okay,
I spoke with him last week, Judge. I'll call him and see where he is.
Okay, I'm gonna set it to the side and we'll circle back. Court will call cause number B20-88, the state of Texas versus Bailey Todd Hunter.
Judge, we've worked out a plea on that. We're going to plea it in a couple weeks. She's in a sober living house out of town, so she's going to come back and meet me on Thursday to do the plea paperwork. We just need to get a date set.
That's correct.
About March 31st.
Sounds fine with me.
All good.
Okay. Yeah, but we still need Ms. Todd Hunter here today.
Judge, she may have been slightly confused because I had told her since we had a plea worked out, she may not need to check in, but I'll have her get on.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, yes.
I'll let her tell me. Court will call cause number B20-583, the state of Texas versus Christopher Vega.
Judge, I waived arraignment on that as well.
Okay. All right, I can tell you based on the scheduling order, his next scheduled appearance will be May 3rd.
Christopher, sir, I'm here.
Okay, Mr. Vega, your next scheduled appearance will be May 3rd. Just stay in touch with your attorney, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
That was reset. Okay. All right, looks like Fife will be next then. What do you have on that? Okay. What about Gomez? Absolutely. All right, the court will call cause number B20-210, the state of Texas versus Joshua Gomez. Hello?
Your Honor, good morning. I'm here for him.
There we go. I see Mr. Gomez on there.
Sir,
For purposes of pretrial, what say the parties?
State's ready.
we're ready.
Do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
None from the state.
No. No, Your Honor.
Do we just need to get on a contested trial docket, or where do we stand?
Yes.
I want to meet with Ben and discuss a plea. This ought to be worked out.
Okay. If you work out a plea and y'all get an agreed date, then just put it on that docket. If you don't, then I'm going to set a 2801 for April 5th.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Gomez.
All right. Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
April 5th for 2801. Thank you. Court will call cause number B19-60, the state of Texas versus Jesus Juarez.
Here, Your Honor.
I'm here on that, Your Honor.
All right, looks like we're set for a pretrial. For purposes of pretrial, what say the parties?
State's ready.
We're ready, Your Honor.
Do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
Nothing
No,
from the
sir.
state. Nothing from the state.
Okay, and it looks like this one was set for trial back when we were restricted by COVID. Did we just need to get back on the trial docket, or?
Probably, Your Honor, but I think it's another one that should get worked out.
All right, let's do this. We'll give you one more reset to April 5th, and at that point, we'll jump on the trial docket if it doesn't look hopeful.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll see you back on April 5th. Thank you, sir.
Judge Bailey's online now.
Thank you.
Judge, that's my client Bailey Todd Hunter that we talked about
Okay.
being reset for a plea on the 31st.
Ms. Todd Hunter, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, your case has been reset for a plea on March 31st, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Thanks, Judge.
you're welcome. Court will call cause number B19-660, the state of Texas versus Nathan Conkey.
Here for him, Your Honor.
Mr. Conkey, are you with us? Mr. Nathan Conkey.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay, perfect. Sorry, I'm hesitating while your camera stabilizes.
I think it's turned on backwards.
Are you in an office with another electronic device?
Yes, sir. The camera's got to be flipped around to see how it's facing now. Can you see? There you are. Just talk. Sorry, sir. Yes, I'm here now.
Okay, whose office are you in, Mr. Conkey?
I'm at Jackie Davis.
Okay, will you please ask them to mute their computer so we don't get the feedback? All right, for purposes of pretrial, what say the parties?
It's ready.
We're ready, Your Honor.
State?
I said, oh, state's ready, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Nothing from the defense, Judge.
Mr. Hang on real quick. Ms. Davis, if you can hear me, please mute your other microphone.
They turned it off, sir. Is that any better?
That's much better. Thank you. Okay.
This one's probably a trial, Your Honor.
Okay. Let's get you on the trial docket. Let's set a pretrial for May 3rd at 8:30 for a pretrial and May 4th for trial.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Conkey, we'll see you back on May 3rd at 8:30.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Court will call cause number B20-193, the state of Texas versus Angelina Medina.
I'm here for her, Your Honor.
Yeah, I'm here too.
For purposes of pretrial, what say the parties?
State's ready.
We're ready, Your Honor.
Do we have any pretrial issues?
None from the state.
Nor from us, Your Honor.
All right, it looks like our next scheduled appearance is April 4th for a 2801 hearing. Or excuse me, April 5th, I'm sorry. It's April 5th for a 2801 hearing. So we'll see you back then, Ms. Medina. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know where.
She's excused, right, Your Honor?
She is. Court will call cause number B20-108 and 109, the state of Texas versus John Rittenberry.
I'm here, Your Honor. Can you hear me?
I can, thank you.
I'm here for him, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Rittenberry, it looks like we reset you so that you could try to hire your own attorney. Have you had an opportunity to do that?
I've had several opportunities, Your Honor, but here's the problem. They've refused to even talk to me because all of the documents state that Mr. Richard Ellison is my attorney. Even Patrick O'Field right there in that in Kerrville. They state I have an attorney, and which Mr. Ellison has absolutely done nothing to help me in this case.
Well, hang on, Mr. Rittenberry. Mr. Ellison is only on standby. So as soon as you retain your own attorney, Mr. Ellison will be off.
Okay, well, the attorney's own by the attorney's own mouth, they can't even legally talk to me because it states that he's my attorney. It don't say that he's on standby. It says he's my attorney on all documents from that court, and I can't move forward. I did file for.
Tell whoever you talk to, tell them to contact the district court office, and we'll clarify for them. But Mr. Ellison is only standby.
Okay, well, I continue to represent myself pro pria persona, pro per, and I did try to. I've tried to file Freedom of Information Act to get all the information, the motions I've asked for, and have been completely denied by by Kerrville City Police Department. And I think the state's answer to that was under the Texas Rules of Criminal Procedure because the case was still being investigated, which that's not true because I've already been indicted. So they sent a letter to the Attorney General asking his opinion that they should not release the original body cams and footage. The footage that going off of, Your Honor, is
Rittenberry. Hang on, slow down for just a minute, okay? Let me see if I can help clarify that for you.
Okay.
They have every right to ask the AG to withhold information requested pursuant to the Freedom of Information Act. Because in what typically happens in a criminal case, and in your case where you represent yourself, you're going to have to go through the DA's office to get your discovery. Because there's a chain of custody and a very specific way to get your information, okay?
Yes, sir.
If you feel like you're missing discovery, send a written request to the district attorney's office and they'll respond appropriately, okay?
Okay, could you do me a favor, Your Honor? Could you remove anything on this on my documents that state that Richard Ellison is my attorney so I can move forward with this case and actually hire an attorney?
Well, you can move forward. I'm not sure where the confusion's coming in because Mr. Ellison is only listed as standby as long as you're pro se represent yourself.
Okay, well, all right. Well, I'm trying to get the evidence that proves my innocence, and they're refusing to release the evidence, Your Honor. And like I said, the state's trying to convict me on tampered evidence. I mean, it's even on the police. I do have the police reports. The police reports does say it was a warrantless arrest. So everything that the state's whole evidence is based on fruits of illegal arrest right now. So, and that video proves it. And they refused to release that under the Freedom of Information Act. So I I guess the Attorney General.
They're not going to give it to you under Freedom of Information Act. You're going to have to go through the district attorney's office, please.
Okay, so I just write a letter.
Your
to the
Honor, may I
Yes, sir.
say something, Your Honor?
Please.
I got all the discovery from the DA, including the video of the altercation between Mr. Riddenberry and the officer. He's been in my office several times and seen it. I have let him see the written discovery. I've explained to him that under the rules of criminal procedure, I'm prohibited from just giving it to him. So he's seen everything.
What I've seen, Mr. Ellison, is tampered evidence.
Well, that's an issue that you would raise at trial.
Yes, so I mean, he's going to convict me on tampered evidence. I should be having the right to the original untampered body cam to prove my innocence. You know.
You have to go through the DA's office if you're representing yourself. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm trying not to. You know, all this case is still being under full investigation. I guess the Attorney General is involved in Texas and the Attorney General of Tennessee because my daughter was illegally transferred to Tennessee without anybody signing off on a court order.
Right. But that's a different case.
No, it's the same case. It's the same officer who took my child without a warrant, without a court order.
It's a whole different case. It's a CPS case being handled by a different court with different jurisdiction. The only two cases we're here for today are two criminal cases. Okay.
And that's one thing I want to put out, Your Honor. I've filed all the proper motions, which you told me that those motions are not legal without an attorney. And if I'm representing myself, those motions, there's over 23 motions certified on the record that have not been answered. I've had the doctrines of estoppels. I've had challenge to constitutionality, and I've asked for proof of jurisdiction, which has never been signed on an affidavit or given to me. It's just, what it is discrimination against my nationality, which is clear and present by the officer's own admittance on all the evidence that the state has released to Richard Ellison, where they asked me if I'm one of them Texas Republic members. He also does it at the arrest. So they show complete discrimination and prejudice toward my nationality, and I pointed that out. And that's no different than being discriminated for being a color.
Judge, if I could interject real quick, I feel like that these issues with regard to hiring an attorney and the same old stuff he keeps bringing up is just a delay tactic. So I would request that we set this case for trial, and if motions need to be heard, we set a date for that. And I feel like we're just stalling at this point.
Okay, can we set a trial for immediate evidentiary hearing based on the evidence we have?
Give me just a minute to look at some dates, okay?
I think the trial court would be in error if it didn't.
Okay. We're going to set the contested motions on March 31st.
March 31st, and that would be.
And when you set that, hang on real quick, for the district attorney's office, when you set the docket, allow at least 2 hours for this one.
Will do, Your Honor.
When you're calculating time. We're going to set a pretrial on April 5th, and then on May 3rd, and we're going to set it for jury trial on May 4th.
Perfect. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, we'll see everybody back on March 31st. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Rick.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Steve.
Court will call cause number B20-571, the state of Texas versus Jeffrey Rogers.
We're here, Your Honor. He's in my office.
There we are. Okay, for purposes of a 2801 hearing, what say the parties?
State's ready.
We're ready.
Do we have any announcements or motions?
None
Not from the, excuse me. No, Your Honor, not from us.
Anything from the state?
None from the state, Your Honor.
All right, looks like our next scheduled appearance for the court is April 5th at 8:30.
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll see everybody back then. Thank you.
Okay, you can go. Stay well.
We'll call two more and then we're going to take a quick break. Or we'll call cause number B19-208 and 209, the state of Texas versus Matthew Settles.
I'm present for him, Your Honor.
Yes, can you hear me?
I can, thank you. For purposes of a pretrial, what say the parties?
State's ready.
Mr. Ellison, you ready for pretrial?
I'm sorry, Judge. Yes, sir.
Do we have any pretrial issues we need to address?
None from the state.
Nor from the defense, Your Honor.
Do these cases just need a trial setting or where do we stand?
I think this is one we can get worked out.
Okay, let's do this. Let's set them for April 5th and then we'll figure out how to proceed from there.
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll see you back on April 5th at 8:30, sir.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
You bet. Court will call cause number B19-926, the state of Texas versus Stanley Swindle.
Richard Ellison for the defense. Mr. Swindle is with me in my office, Your Honor.
All right, we're set for a 2801 today. Do we have any announcements or motions to address?
No, Your Honor.
None from the state, Your Honor.
All right, it looks like our next scheduled appearance is April 5th for a pretrial, so we'll see you back on April 5th, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor. Take care. Take care. Yes, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take about a 5-minute break. I would ask everyone to please be back. Do not disconnect your Zoom. Just feel free to step away and we'll see everybody back in 5 minutes. Thank you.
No.
Ah, shit.
It's Galaxy A01, whoever that is. Can I have Mr. Gabbard's file? Hey, Rosalie. I know. There you go. Am I unmuted? Yeah. Court will call cause number B20-273, the state of Texas versus Albert Gabbard.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Ferguson, are you back with us?
Yes, I'm right here.
You gotta turn it backwards. It has to go backwards.
Yeah.
You want it?
Okay, yeah, you'll have to scoot up a little more than that. I'm a big guy. All right.
Mr. Ferguson, are you, there you are.
All right, Judge, I'm here.
Okay. For purposes of a 2801, what say the parties?
Which case is this? I'm sorry.
For purposes of a 2801, what say the parties?
State's ready.
I'm sorry, which case though, Judge?
Albert Gabbard.
Okay, I'm present and ready, Your Honor. We have no motions today.
Any announcements?
None from the state, no motions.
None from us, Your Honor.
All right, it looks like.
Is that case, do we have the results, the drug results?
It's not a drug case.
Okay, that's, I'm grabbing my stuff. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Our next scheduled appearance is on April 5th for a pretrial. So we'll see you back on April 5th, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank
you, Judge. Mr. Gabbard, you can call me tomorrow. I'm sorry, I'm in a mediation today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Or we'll call cause number B20-89, the state of Texas versus Brian Metter.
Mr. Metter, come on in here. Mr. Metter's here in my office, Your Honor.
All right, looks like for purposes of a 2801, what say the parties?
State's ready.
This is ready, Your Honor, and we have no motions at this point, at this time.
Any announcements?
Oh, Your Honor. No announcements from us.
Nothing from the state, no announcements, Your Honor.
All right, the next scheduled appearance for the court is April 5th for a pretrial. So we'll see you back on April 5th, sir.
Okay, Your Honor. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Court will call cause number B19-849, the state of Texas versus Eduardo Moreno Hernandez.
Here.
There we are. Mr. Ferguson?
We have no motions at this time, Your Honor. Ready, and we have no motions.
Ready and nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Okay, and this is actually set for a 2801. Do we have any announcements?
None from the state.
None from the defense, Your Honor.
Okay. Next scheduled appearance for the court is April 5th for a pretrial. So we'll see you back on April 5th at 8:30, sir. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
How do I get off here?
Court will call cause number B20-458, the state of Texas versus Guadalupe Pena Jr.
Mr. Pena? You have a seat right there.
Mr. Pena?
Yes.
Okay. Is that him with you, Mr. Ferguson?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
All right. For purposes of a 2801, what say the parties?
It's ready.
Ready, Your Honor, and we have no motions and no announcements.
Nothing from the
Okay.
state, Your Honor.
All right, our next scheduled pretrial is April 5th, and we're set for trial April 6th. So we'll see everybody back next month.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Judge, I'm back from my 9 o'clock hearing in Bear County, and I'm just inquiring as to whether B 19244, the state versus Blake Lynn Kukendall, has been called.
No, not yet.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Court will call cause number B20-575, the state of Texas versus Michael Springer.
I'm present for Mr. Springer. I know he was going to log on.
I'm here, Your Honor.
There we go.
How are you?
I'm good, sir. And you?
Good, thank you.
All right, looks like for purposes of pretrial, let's say the parties.
State's ready.
Ready, Your Honor, we have no motions at this time.
Nothing from the state.
Okay, the next scheduled appearance is April 5th for a 2801 hearing, so we'll see everybody back on April 5th.
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Ferguson, just so you know, it's like your microphone's faded out. You're really
Okay.
hard to.
I'll just speak up. Maybe that'll help.
Thank you. Court will call cause number B19-560, the state of Texas versus Robert St. James.
Here, Your Honor.
Looks like we have. Did we have some other cases that were filed against Mr. St. James?
Yes.
Hey, look, Your Honor.
Did you file waivers of arraignment in those?
Yeah, they've been done a while as far as I'm
Okay, well, that's, I'm just trying to make sure my notes are clear. All right, so we're only looking at this one today for purposes of pretrial. Let's say the parties.
State's ready.
Defense is ready, and we have nothing for the court today.
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
All right, the next scheduled appearance will be April 5th, and I believe on that date, we'll be looking at all three cases. So we'll see you back on April 5th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court will call cause number B20-464 and B2577, the state of Texas versus Jennifer Stacy.
Your Honor, Miss Stacy's here in my office with me, and ready. We have no motions at this time.
State's ready and nothing from the state.
All right, give me 1 second to check the docket. All right, looks like our next scheduled appearance will be on April 5th for a 2801 hearing. So we'll see you back on April 5th, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, I believe that was my last one for this morning. This afternoon.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Judge. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you. You too. Sorry. This guy's still not been arrested. This guy's still not been arrested. Court will call cause number B20-472, the state of Texas versus Alfred Walton.
Good morning, Your Honor. John Fox for Alfred Walton. He's present.
Good morning, Your Honor.
There we go. For purposes of a 2801 hearing, what say the parties?
State's ready, Your Honor.
We're ready, Your Honor.
Your Honor, Mr. Fox and I spoke on Friday. We came to an agreement, and we're asking that the case be reset for plea to May the 7th.
That's our understanding, Your Honor. We've got some logistics. Mr. Walton being out of state, we've got to get paperwork going back and forth. So the May 7th date should work.
Okay. All right, we're going to set an agreed plea on May 7th. And Mr. Fox, please be aware that Mr. Walton still has not been arrested on the actual indictment. So there's an open warrant out there floating around the system somewhere.
And we'll discuss that, John.
Yes.
All right, we'll see you back for the plea, Mr. Walton. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Thank you.
I think that's my only one, Your Honor. Thank you. Have a good morning.
Thank you. You too.
Just email me, John. Thanks.
Court will call cause number B19-879, the state of Texas versus Patrick Baldwin.
I'm here for Mr. Baldwin, Your Honor. I spoke to him this morning.
Hello? Yes, sir.
There you are.
Can you hear me?
I can,
Yes, sir.
thank you. All right, for purposes of a pretrial, let's say the parties.
It's ready.
Defendant's ready, Your Honor. We don't
We
have
have any-
anything before the court. No, sir.
Nothing from the state. Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
All right, it looks like our next scheduled appearance is at 2801 on April 5th. So we'll see you back on April 5th at 8:30. Thank you, Mr. Baldwin.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, Pat.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Court will call cause number B2009, the state of Texas versus Jacob Cotner.
I spoke to Jacob yesterday, Your Honor, day before.
I'm present.
Hey, Jacob.
There you are. All right, for purposes of a pretrial, let's say the parties.
It's ready.
Defendant's ready, Your Honor.
We have any pretrial issues, counsel?
Nothing from the state.
No, sir. I'd like to reach out to the state again and work out something for Mr. Kettner. That's my announcement this morning.
Okay, if y'all work something out, then you can pick an agreed date. Otherwise, we'll see everybody back on April 5th for a 2801 hearing.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Kettner.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jacob.
All right, Mr. Galvan, are you out of here?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right,
It's
have a
to
good
see
morning.
you. Yes, sir. You too. Take care.
Thanks. Yeah. Court will call cause number B20-360, 361, and 362, the state of Texas versus Arian Amini.
Defendant's present, Your Honor, and ready for pretrial. Although I don't believe we have the drug test results back. Do we, Ben?
Don't believe so. Let me just double check real quick.
All right.
Mr. Amini, are you with us? Arian Amini.
Your Honor, I just texted him. Let me maybe he got disconnected. Let me text
hello?
him again. Oh, there it is. Okay.
There you go. Okay.
There.
We're waiting on lives, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, let's reset a pretrial for May 3rd and see if maybe we have our labs by then. We'll see you back on May 3rd, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Court will call cause number B18-816, the state of Texas versus Nicholas Grubb.
Your Honor, defense is present and ready for pretrial. We don't have any issues at this time.
Okay.
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Okay, and it looks like we're actually set for 2801. Do we have any announcements?
No announcements from the state.
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor.
All right, our next scheduled appearance for the court is April 5th for a pretrial. So we'll see everybody back on April 5th.
Thank you. May I be excused, Your Honor?
You may, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Court will call cause number B20-263, the state of Texas versus Soledad Areola. What do we do with that? No, but there was something on that. Oh, that's the one where the attorney had the baby. Okay, yes. Yeah, 4-5. Okay. So we're to Cody Parrish will be next. Looks like that heater's still blowing. Yeah. Court will call cause number B20-565, the state of Texas versus Cody Parrish.
Yes, sir. Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Leal, are you with us?
Yes, sir.
There we go. All right, for
Okay.
purposes of pretrial, let's say the parties.
State's ready.
We're ready, Judge.
Do we have any
Yes.
pretrial issues, counsel?
No, sir.
Not from the state, Your Honor.
All right, our next scheduled appearance is April 5th for a 2801 hearing, so we'll see everybody
Okay.
back then. Thank you.
Sir, I
Yes.
haven't actually been able to speak to my lawyer. Actually, I work in a ranch that it takes my service from me. I'm off for the next week. So I would really like to be able to speak with a lawyer, period, about it. Yes, sir.
You need to give your attorney a call.
Okay.
Yeah, call me. Judge, may I give him the number to call me?
You may.
Yes.
210-223-2424.
I'm sorry, say that again.
210
210
223
223
2424.
2424. Okay, I really appreciate it. Thank y'all.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
You too.
Thank you. Mr. Leal, if that's your only one, are you out of here?
Yes, sir. That's the only one.
All right, have a good morning. Thank you.
You too, sir. Bye-bye.
No. 223.
4-5.
I can log out?
You can log out. Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right. Have a good one.
Say it's on 93.
Damn, how do I do this? Stupid phone.
Okay. Court will call cause number B20-101, the state of Texas versus Giovanni Richardson.
I'm here.
I'm here too, Melinda Luna.
All right, we're set for 2801 today. Let's say the parties.
Stephen, this is one of my old cases. Sorry. It was a 2801.
Oh, okay, no problem. Judge State's ready.
Fence is ready.
Do we have any motions or announcements?
None from the state, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
All right, our next scheduled appearance is on April 5th for a pretrial. So
Great,
we'll
thank
see
you.
everybody back then. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye. May I be excused, Your Honor?
You may. Have a good morning.
Thank you.
Court will call cause number B19-564 and 565, the state of Texas versus Shannon Carrington. Mr. Rosenbach, I think you're muted.
I apologize, Your Honor.
I know Mr. Matthews was on here earlier. It looks like he filed an agreed motion for continuance in these cases.
I think that is correct, Your Honor. On Carrington, correct? Yes.
I'm here, Your Honor. Sorry, I was in another court as well. And that is correct about the agreed motion, Your Honor.
All right, the court will approve the continuances as agreed.
Thank you, Judge.
Y'all going to plead Friday, or what date are you going to plea?
We're going to plea in April, I think. Correct, John?
That's correct.
All right. All right, we'll see you back for an agreed plea. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Court will call cause number B20-289, the state of Texas versus Misty Manis.
Counsel is present, Your Honor.
Ms. Manis, are you with us?
Yes, sir.
There we go. For purposes of pretrial, let's say the parties.
It's ready.
Defense is ready, Your Honor. We have no motions at this time.
No motions from the state, Your Honor.
All right, it looks like our next scheduled appearance is on April 5th for a 2801 hearing. So we'll see everybody back on April 5th. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Court will call cause number B15-574, the state of Texas versus Robert Oldrati. Thank you.
Your Honor, I think that was also an agreed continuance.
That's correct, Your Honor. Also with an April plea date.
Yeah, I don't have anything on that, but we'll. We'll reset the case for April for an agreed plea. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. I believe that concludes my cases. May I be excused?
You bet. Have a good morning. Thank you.
Thank you. You too, sir.
Bye, John.
Court will call cause number B19-722, the state of Texas versus Barney Luke.
We're present, Your Honor.
All right, for purposes of a 2801 hearing, let's say the parties.
State's ready.
We're not ready. I just got the lab work from Austin last week during the snowstorm, and I'm still going through it.
Let's reset the 2801 for April 5th at 8:30. We'll see everybody back then.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Nothing.
Next month, April 4th. Or we'll call cause number B20-510, the state of Texas versus Carlos Arredondo.
Your Honor, counsel's present. I believe Mr. Arredondo is on here as well.
Here, Your Honor.
There we go. All right, for purposes of a pretrial, let's say the parties.
It's ready.
Defense is ready, Your Honor.
Do we have any pretrial issues we need to address?
None from the state.
And none from defense at this time, Your Honor. I believe we are still waiting for the lab results in this case.
I believe that's
correct.
I believe that's correct, Your Honor.
All right, let's go ahead and reset. Let's set another pretrial on May 3rd. See if we have our lab results by then. So we'll see you back on May 3rd, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Four, 1, 3. Yeah. Court will call cause number B20-413, the state of Texas versus Gilbert Sinaceros.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
I'm here.
Okay.
All right, for purposes of pretrial, let's say the parties.
It's ready.
Defense is ready, Your Honor.
Do we have any pretrial issues?
None from the state.
And none from the defense at this time, Your Honor. I would just request another pretrial setting. There is a Children's Advocacy Center video that I will need to go view at the DA's office. And then I think hopefully we'll be able to either resolve this case or set it for a trial at that point.
All right, well, it looks like you have a 2801 set on April 5th. So we'll see everybody back then.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court will call cause number B19-786, the state of Texas versus Amber Teague.
Your Honor, counsel's present. I saw Ms. Teague on here earlier.
She's right below you on my screen.
Okay.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. All right, for purposes of pretrial, let's say the parties.
It's ready.
Defense is ready, Your Honor.
We have any pretrial issues, counsel?
None from the state.
None from defense, Your Honor. And on this case, we would just request to have the next trial setting available.
All right, let's set it for a pretrial on June 1st and trial on June 2nd.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. We'll see you back on June 1st.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Right,
you.
and that's everything I've got, Your Honor. May I be excused?
You may. Have a good morning. Thank you.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Court will call cause number B21-21, the state of Texas versus Luis Garcia.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic. I just got appointed on this a week ago, and I have no contact information for Mr. Garcia.
Well, let's see if he's with us. Mr. Garcia, are you with us? Luis Raul Garcia. All right, we'll put him to the side and circle back in just a minute.
Yes, sir.
Court will call cause number B19-918, the state of Texas versus John Swinky.
I'm here for him as well. I think
Swinsky,
he's online.
Mr. Swinsky, are you with us? Mr. John
I did talk to him
Swinsky.
this morning, Judge. He's supposed to be on.
I am here. Hello?
There we go. Mr. Swinsky? Can you hear me okay? Oh, noise coming from. Mr. Swinsky, can you hear me?
I can barely hear you. I accidentally backed out of Zoom and I thought I lost it and I said a bad word.
I heard that.
And you muted me.
Yeah, that tends to happen when bad words come out.
Yeah, I apologize for that. No disrespect to the court.
Thank you. All right, for purposes of pretrial, let's say the parties.
State's ready.
And defense is ready. We don't have any pretrial issues other than a bond issue that I'm going to confer with the state on. And I think we're very, very close to reaching an agreement on this. I just got to talk to the state one more time.
Nothing from the state at this time, Your Honor.
All right. Let's go ahead and put it on pretrial for April 5th. If you reach an agreement, we can get on the docket sooner.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
All right, we'll see you back on April 5th. Thank you.
And Judge, I have to be here at 1:30. Do you want to circle back around to Mr. Garcia at 1:30, or you want me to hang around for a bit?
You're gonna have to hang around for just a bit because once I get to the end, what'll happen is I'll blow through there and then we'll have if they're still not present, we'll have the deputies call their names.
Okay, sounds great. I'll wait. Thank you.
Yeah, just put me on mute and you can take care of other business.
May I be dismissed, Your Honor?
You may. Thank you.
Thank you.
Court.
Have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Court will call cause number B20-411, the state of Texas versus Daniel Bordeaux. There's Mr. Bordeaux. Ms. Perry, are you with us?
I am, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
I'm looking for you somewhere. There you go. Okay.
You see me?
I can. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right. For purposes of pretrial, let's say the parties.
State's ready.
The defense is ready, and we do not have any pleadings on file today, Judge.
State?
Nothing from the state.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Is there any way we can?
I'd rather you give me a call.
Pardon me?
Your attorney's advising you to talk to her first before you talk to the court.
Okay. Yeah, we did.
Thank you.
Just to, yeah.
You can call me after we're all done today.
Yeah, well, I wanted to ask the judge if
Please
it was possible to get the no contact order dropped.
That is something I'll discuss.
The no contact order dropped.
I don't have any pleadings in the file at this time, Mr. Bordeaux.
And I will discuss that with the DA.
I got you. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize.
No problem.
Okay, our next scheduled appearance for the court is going to be for, let's see, looks like a 2801 hearing on April 5th. So we'll see everybody back on April 5th. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Court will call cause number B19-198, the state of Texas versus David Galvan.
I believe he's at Jackie Davis's office.
Mr. Galvan, are you with us?
Yes, sir. I'm right here. Yes, sir. Hello?
Yes, sir. Thank you. For purposes of pretrial, what say the parties?
State's ready.
Defense is ready.
Do we have any pretrial issues?
None from the state.
None from the defendant, Judge.
Do we have our lab results?
I just checked and we do.
All right, Ms. Perry, do you want one more pretrial or you just want to go on the contested docket?
I'd like one more pretrial.
All right, let's reset it for April 5th at 8:30, please. We'll see everybody back then.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Ms. Perry.
And Mr. Galvan, if you'll call me, that'd be great.
Yes, ma'am. I'll call you today.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Court will call cause number B20-86 and B20-376, the state of Texas versus Amber Ryder. Ms. Ryder, are you with us?
She is, Your Honor. President, Your Honor.
Very good. Okay, for purposes of a 2801 hearing, what say the parties?
State's ready.
Defense is ready.
Do we have any announcements or motions?
Judge, she would like, if we end up going to trial and she would be found guilty, she would like to go to the jury for punishment. And I will get that filed today.
State have anything?
Not at this time, Your Honor. The labs are in that B2086.
All right, it looks like our next scheduled appearance for the court is April 5th for a pretrial, so we'll see everybody back then. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Court will call cause number B20-463, the state of Texas versus David Sewell. Mr. Sewell, are you with us?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I'm here.
Thank you. For purposes of a pretrial, what say the parties?
State's ready.
Defense is ready.
Do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
None from the state.
None from the defense.
All right, it looks like our next scheduled appearance for the court is April 5th for a 2801 hearing. So we'll see everybody back on April 5th. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Am I free to go, Judge?
You are. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Give me a court date.
Of April 5th.
Court will call cause number B20-314, the state of Texas versus Jenna Thomas.
Yes, I present, Your Honor.
Perfect.
I'm here.
Thank you. For purposes of pretrial, what say the parties?
State's ready.
And the defense is ready.
Do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
None from the state.
Not from the defense today.
All right, it looks like our next scheduled appearance for the court is on April 5th for a 2801 hearing. So we'll see everybody back on April 5th. Thank you.
Thank you, Gina.
Court will call cause number B20-589, the state of Texas versus Veronica Williamson.
Yes, sir, Your Honor, I'm here.
Thank you. For purposes of pretrial, let's say the parties.
State's ready.
Defense is ready.
Do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
None from the state.
Not today, Judge.
All right, it looks like our next scheduled appearance is on April 5th for a 2801 hearing. So we'll see everybody back on that date, please. Thank you.
Judge, I was wondering if I can get a continuance to hire a lawyer.
You can hire an attorney and your attorney can ask for that, but as of right now, you're set for April 5th.
Okay. All
Okay,
right.
you're always welcome to hire your own attorney at any time you'd like.
And Judge, that next hearing will be at 2801.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and Ms. Williamson, please call me after we're done.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Judge, that's my
Can I
last
dismiss, Your Honor?
Have a good morning.
Thank you.
May I be excused till 1:30?
You may. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, on Martin, it looks like I have a waiver of arraignment in the file. Did not. Is it right behind it? Rodriguez, I have a waiver in the file. Yeah. Sorry. Court will call cause number B20-419, the state of Texas versus Bethany Doyle.
Present for her, Your Honor.
Ms. Doyle,
Bethany.
are you with us?
Speak up, Bethany.
I'm here.
Perfect. All right, for purposes of a 2801 hearing, let's say the parties.
State's ready.
Your Honor, I think I'm still lacking a drug results. Is that correct, Ben?
I just checked. They're not back yet.
Okay. So I don't have drug results yet, Your Honor.
Okay. You want to go out 2 months or 3 months?
I'd like to be quicker, so 2 months if that's possible.
Okay, let's reset it for May 3rd and see if we have our lab test by then.
Thank you, Your Honor. May Bethany be excused?
Absolutely. Thank you.
You have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge.
Court will call cause number B20-526, the state of Texas versus Jocelyn Hernandez.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Mr. Rothband, are you with us?
Good morning. Yes, sir. I'm right here.
All right. For purposes of pretrial, let's say the parties.
State's ready.
Defense is ready and the plea paper should be in your file, Judge.
There we go. Give me just 1 second. Yeah. Whatever they did seemed to fail. All right, for purposes of an agreed plea, let's say the parties.
State's ready.
First document we need to go through, council, is the 3914 Discovery Disclosure and Compliance Form. It purports to have each of your signatures. Is that correct?
That's correct.
That's correct, Your Honor.
To the best of your knowledge, has the state received all discovery from law enforcement and forwarded the same to the defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
To the best of your knowledge, have you received all discovery?
I have, Your Honor.
Mr. Hernandez, I'm going to show you a document entitled Defendant's Plea of Guilty, Waivers, and Admonishments. Did you have a chance to go through this document with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand that document?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that you have a right for your attorney to cross-examine the state's witnesses and to call your own witnesses?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand you have a right to appeal?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that you're waiving all three of those rights today?
Yes, sir.
In addition to that, do you understand that you have a right to remain silent? Nobody can require you to testify against yourself, but you can in fact waive that right.
Yes, sir.
Page 3 of this document purports to have your signature in 2 locations. Is that your signature in both spots?
Yes, sir.
Your second signature appears underneath a paragraph entitled Judicial Confessions and Stipulations. You understand that by signing that paragraph, it's just like you stood up here before the court, raised your hand and said, I did what the state's accused me of doing.
Yes, sir.
Attached to the back of this document, marked as State Exhibit A, is a copy of the grand jury indictment that purports to have your signature on the bottom.
Yes, sir.
And are you asking the court to accept this indictment as true and correct?
Yes, sir.
You feel like your client understands their rights, waivers, and admonishments?
I do, Your Honor.
Ms. Hernandez, you've been charged with possession of a controlled substance in penalty group 2 from 1 to 4 grams. This is a 3rd-degree felony with a range of punishment of 2 to 10 years incarceration and up to a $10,000 fine. Do you understand this charge and this range of punishment?
Yes, sir.
And how do you plead?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty and for no other reason?
Yes, sir.
And are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
Do you feel like your client's competent and capable of assisting you in preparation for trial?
My legal opinion, she absolutely is, Your Honor.
Thank you. Is there a plea agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. 4 years deferred adjudication probation, $1,500 fine, drug and or alcohol treatment approved by the probation department.
That's your understanding of the plea agreement, Mr. Rothman?
It is, Judge.
Mr. Hernandez, is that your understanding of the plea agreement?
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about deferred adjudication briefly. You understand that deferred adjudication is like a two-sided coin. If you successfully complete all your terms and conditions of probation, not only do you not have a final conviction, but you may be entitled to file a motion for non-disclosure.
Yes, sir. I understand that.
Okay, do you understand the flip side? The flip side is that if you violate your terms and conditions of probation, you're subject to the full range of punishment for the offense.
Yes, sir. I understand that too.
Okay, in addition to that, do you understand that a plea agreement's an agreement between you and the state? It's not binding on the court, but if the court did not accept your plea agreement, you would have the opportunity to withdraw your plea of guilty, enter a plea of not guilty, and proceed to trial.
Yes, sir. I understand that.
And are you asking the court to follow the plea agreement?
Yes, sir.
Give me just 1 second. Yeah. Court will find evidence beyond a reasonable doubt to enter a finding of guilt. Pursuant to your plea agreement, will defer any such finding of guilt for a period of 4 years. You have a fine in the amount of $1,500. You must complete a drug and alcohol treatment program as approved by the probation department. You have court cost in the amount of $375. Do you have any questions on the judgment?
When can I pay that fine of the $375?
You can pay at any time from this point forward.
Okay. And then that's all.
Attached to the back of the judgment is an order granting community supervision. Did you have a chance to go through that order with your attorney?
Yes, I have.
Did you understand that order?
Yes.
You understand that order contains all your terms and conditions of probation?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand your terms and conditions of probation include a $60 per month probation fee,
Yes, sir, I do.
a one-time $50 Crime Stoppers fee that's due within 6 months?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that you're subject to random urinalysis and drug tests at your own expense?
Yes, I understand that too.
Do you understand you're agreeing to a search of your person, your place, your residence, your vehicle, or any electronics to ensure conformance with the terms and conditions of probation?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand that if ordered by probation, you must successfully complete a drug and alcohol treatment program?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand that you're agreeing to testify against your co-defendants?
Yes.
Where do you work?
I work at the Donut Palace.
As a term and condition of probation, you're going to complete 150 hours of community service. Work with your probation officer so they can work around your job. Do you have any questions?
No, sir, I don't.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, sir.
Judge, will my client have an opportunity to talk to probation after this hearing, during this hearing, in a breakout room, or how do you all do that?
After this hearing, she will. She just needs to contact the probation department and they'll sit down with her.
Judge, one more thing, just for the courts, if it will indulge me. Your Honor, every time you hold up a document to be seen by the client, you cut off your microphone and I can barely hear you. I thought you might want to know that.
I do want to know that. Thank you for telling me that. All right, Ms. Hernandez, do you have any questions?
No, I don't.
All right. Thank you very much. When we finish up today, contact the Kirk County Probation Department and they'll get you started, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, thank you very much. May I be excused?
Absolutely. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Court will call.
Can I be excused too?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
That's this one. It's okay. Court will call cause number B19-244 and B2548, the state of Texas versus Blake Kuykendall.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Peachy. Let's see if we can find Mr. Burr again. Showing he's on here. Mr. Burr, can you hear us? Well, Ms. Kuykendall, just bear with us and we'll circle back in a minute.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Sure. Court will call cause number B20-198 and 199, the state of Texas versus Denicio Alaman.
Yes, sir.
I'm present for Mr. Alaman.
Perfect. For purposes of a 2801 hearing, what say the parties?
State's ready.
Defense is ready, Your Honor.
Do we have any announcements or motions?
None from the state.
None from the defense, Your Honor.
All right, it looks like our next scheduled pretrial is April 5th at 8:30. So we'll see everybody back then. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Court will call cause number B19-257, the state of Texas versus Felicia Barker.
Well, I talked to her.
I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm here.
There you go, Ms. Barker. All right, for purposes of pretrial, what say the parties?
State's ready.
defense is ready, Your Honor.
All right, do we have any pretrial issues?
None from the state, Your Honor.
None from the defense at this time, Your Honor.
We just need to set it on the trial docket, or where do we stand?
The labs are back. So, yes.
I'll get with Mr. Rosenbach and we'll discuss a resolution, but if we can just set it on another date.
Okay, I'll set it for 4/5, and then at that point, we'll choose how we're going to proceed.
Thank you.
So we'll see you back, everybody back on April 5th. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, no.
Good to go?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Awesome. Have a good day.
Thanks.
We need the bailiff. You'd like the virtual shock device or something. Court will call cause number B19-845, the state of Texas versus Caleb Burris.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
And I'm present for Mr. Burris.
All right, for purposes of pretrial, let's say the parties.
State's ready.
Defense is ready, Your Honor.
Do we have any pretrial issues?
None from the state.
None from the defense. It looks like we have an agreement's been reached in this matter, Your Honor.
Have you picked a plea date?
Could we do it on the 5th, or is that too full?
Oh, you can do it on the 9th. That's what we've been doing for the next April one. Because this docket's going to be the 4/5.
You're talking about pleading this coming Friday?
Oh,
I can't do it this Friday. I have a bench trial with Judge Falkenberg. It's going to take most, if not all, the morning.
are you talking about putting it out to April the 9th? Because that's the Friday, that's the plea docket in April, which would be a lot smaller than trying to do it on this pretrial docket.
That's fine. April
All right,
9th.
let's set it April 9th for a plea. So we'll see everybody back on April 9th at 8 a.m. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
All right, thank you. Court will call cause number B20-94, the state of Texas versus Dennis Deal. Mr. Deal, are you with us?
Your Honor, I'm present for Mr. Deal.
Yeah.
I'm here, Your Honor. Sorry about that.
That's okay. For purposes of a 2801, what say the parties?
State's ready.
Defense is ready.
Do we have any announcements or motions?
None from the state, Your Honor. Looks like we're still waiting on labs.
None from us at this time, and that's correct. We're still waiting.
All right, let's reset the 2801 for June 1st. We'll see if we have any labs by then.
All right, thank you.
You bet. We'll see you back on June 1st at 8:30, Mr. Beal. Thank you.
Okay, so I may be dismissed.
Yes, ma'am. Or yes, sir.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, appreciate it. Have a nice day.
You too. Court will call cause number B20-524, the state of Texas versus Antonio Granada.
I'm present for the defendant, Your Honor. I've left messages and about today's court date, so.
Antonio Granada. All right, we'll circle back to it shortly. Saw Mr. Brewer on there for a minute. There he
Yeah,
is.
good morning, Your Honor. I'm back on the screen with Miss Blake Kuykendall. If I could confer with the court's consent with the DA.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to do that in the middle of the docket.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
So, yeah, sorry about that, but
No problem. I thought you could put us in a breakout room. No problem.
the court will recall cause number B19-244 and B2548, the state of Texas versus Blake Kuykendall. For purposes of a pretrial, what say the parties?
State's ready, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I am not ready on pretrial. I'm needing to discuss with. Is it? Where is the prosecutor? I don't see him. Was that Ben?
Yes, it's me.
Yes. Okay.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Ms. Brewer. I think we're still waiting on labs in these cases. So.
Yes, sir.
And we can just confer. You can either shoot me an email or give me a call.
Sure, I will do that.
All right, if we don't have any labs, let's reset it for May 3rd.
Thank you, Judge.
You bet. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Bye, Roy. Have a good day.
Thank you. I'll get back with you, Ben. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Back with Hatcher. Court will recall cause number, or excuse me, we'll call cause number B20-18, the state of Texas versus Catherine Hatcher.
I'm here.
Thank you. For purposes of a 28, or excuse me, for purposes of a pretrial, let's say the parties.
State's ready.
Defense is ready.
Do we have any pretrial issues to address?
None from the state, Your Honor.
None from the defense, Your Honor. And we have reached a plea agreement late last week, so we could set that on a plea docket.
April 9th.
April 9th. All right, we'll set it for a plea on April 9th at 8 a.m. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Court will call cause number B20-287 and 288, the state of Texas versus Enrique Lopez. For purposes of pretrial, let's say the parties.
State's ready.
Defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Lopez, are you with us?
Yes, sir.
Do we have any pretrial issues to address?
No, sir.
I think, Kurt, did we reach an agreement or no?
We reached an agreement on Mr. Lopez's case, plea agreement, and we could also set that for
4/9.
April 9, yes, please.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Lopez, we're going to set you for an agreed plea on April 9th at 8 a.m., please.
Hey, yes, sir.
We'll see you back then. Thank you.
Yes, sir. You have a good day.
You too.
And Stephen, I think this one I'm conflicted out of this one. I believe.
Got it.
Court will call cause number B 2292 and 293, the state of Texas versus Austin McBride. Mr. McBride, are you with us?
I'm present for Mr. McBride, and we've contacted him regarding today's pretrial.
Mr. McBride, are you with us?
Is he the one who's sleeping up there on the top right?
That's me.
We have somebody that's literally snoozing pretty good.
Oh, huh. Okay.
Is he an older guy?
All right, let's circle back to him. Court will call cause number B 20-07, the state of Texas versus Gregory Seraphin.
And I'm present for Mr. Seraphin.
Mr. Seraphin, are you with us? Mr. Seraphin? All right, we'll circle back to him. Thank you. Court will call cause number B 19-423, the state of Texas versus Christian Wilhelm.
Yes, sir.
All right, for purposes of a pretrial, let's say the parties.
Defense is ready.
State is ready.
Do we have any pretrial issues?
None from the state.
None from us, Your Honor.
We just need to get on the trial docket.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
All right, we'll set it for pretrial on June 1st and trial on June 2nd. So we'll see you back on June 1st at 8:30.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, Stephen, I just had my mic muted.
That's all right.
Oh, you're good. Court will call cause number B 20-518, the state of Texas versus Tracy Chanel or Chanel.
For Tracy Chanel.
For purposes of pretrial, let's say the parties.
State's ready.
Defense is ready.
Do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
We don't, Your Honor. I would just like to comment that I intend to get in touch with the district attorney's office and see if we can get some kind of disposition to this case.
And,
so I'll be confirmed.
And it looks like we're still waiting on labs on this case, Your Honor.
All right, let's reset our pretrial for May 3rd at 8:30. We'll see everybody back then and maybe we'll have our labs.
Thank you, Judge Emerson. May we be excused?
You may. Have a wonderful morning. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.
And, oh, sorry. Yeah. Your Honor, on this case, I'll let the court call it. I'm sorry.
I didn't have anything in my box. Let me call it. Court will call cause number B20-551 and B2622, the state of Texas versus Dallas Lopez.
Your Honor, Mr. Schaefer was in contact with me. I signed an agreed order to reset. His mother's funeral is today, and it was a sudden event, and so we try to get the paperwork done as quick as possible. So it might still be in the works.
It's somewhere in the pipeline, I think.
You're right, and so.
Okay, well, let's just put it on the next docket on April 5th. Court will call cause number B20-15, the state of Texas versus Joshua Bennett.
We're present, Your Honor.
Mr. Bennett, are you with us?
He's on.
Not the guy on his iPhone asleep, is he?
No, Judge, it is marked Joshua Bennett. It looks like his phone's on, but he's not in the screen. I'll get my office to see if we can contact him and tell him to get on screen.
Okay. If you want to pass that message, then we'll jump to Jacob Rodriguez.
That's fine, Judge. Thank you.
We'll call him when we get. Court will call cause number B21-29, state of Texas versus Jacob Rodriguez.
Your Honor, Mr. Rodriguez is my client, but we filed the waiver of arraignment. And
Okay.
I had assumed, we thought they had taken him off the docket.
Okay, that makes it easy then.
But that's why he's not on. I can get him on this afternoon if we have to do that formally. but
No,
we
it's,
filed a waiver
that's
of
not a
arraignment.
problem. If you filed the waiver, we're good. I'm going to jump on to the next case, and I guess let me know whenever Mr. Bennett joins us.
Yeah, I'm working on it, Your Honor.
Court will call cause number B20-578, the state of Texas versus Claiborne Stevenson. He's in custody now. Okay. Okay. So it'll be at 1:30. Okay. Court will call cause number B20-136, the state of Texas versus Amber Ayala.
Good morning, Your Honor. I am present on that case. I believe Ms. Ayala is also, there she is.
Yeah, I'm here.
Perfect. Looks like we're set for pretrial. So for purposes of pretrial, would say the parties.
State's ready.
The defense is not ready. We are still waiting on labs, I believe.
It looks like we got the labs.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, so if we need to send them back, send them again, Ted, just let us know.
Yes. I'll go through, double check, and let you know.
Okay, let's reset our pretrial for April 5th, then we'll go from there. So we'll see you back on April 5th, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Court will call cause number B20-512, the state of Texas versus Jacqueline Barnett.
Your Honor, I'm also present on that case. I have not been able to get in contact with Ms. Barnett. I don't know if she's on or not.
Ms. Barnett, are you with us?
Also, Your Honor, she has several pending cases outside of just this case.
Jacqueline Barnett. Okay, we'll circle back to her in just a minute. Court will call cause number B20-513, the state of Texas versus Lindy Brock.
Your Honor, I filed a waiver in that case this morning.
There it is. All right, we took care of that. Looks like we have a waiver in Patrick Bruno.
Yes, sir. And Mr. Ferguson has taken over that case.
Okay, take your name off of it. Court will call cause number B19-360, the state of Texas versus Nicholas Davis.
I am present.
I'm here,
on that. Mr. Davis, you're present also. I don't know if you can see him, Your Honor.
Mr. Davis,
I'm here.
where, there we go. I
Yes,
do.
sir. Good morning.
Good morning. All right, for purposes of pretrial, let's say the parties.
It's ready.
The defense is not ready. We are also waiting for lab results on this case.
That's correct, Your Honor.
This is an April 2019 case. Do you know what's taking so long on that, Ben?
No, but I'll get to the bottom of it.
I would appreciate that.
All right, let's reset it for April 5th, and we'll see if we have any idea of what's going on with the lab results by then.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Court will call cause number B20-522, the state of Texas versus Maddie Dixon.
I am present on that, Your Honor. I spoke with her earlier this morning.
I'm here.
There we go. All right, for purposes of pretrial, let's say the parties.
It's ready.
The defense is ready, although I do believe we are waiting on lab results.
We are.
All right, let's reset it for May 3rd at 8:30 and see if we have our labs by then.
Thank you, sir.
May 3rd.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Dixon. Court will call cause number B20-122 and B20-311, state of Texas versus Stacy Richter.
I am present on that, Your Honor, and I see Miss Richter's name.
I'm right here.
There we go. All right, for purposes of pretrial, let's say the parties.
It's ready.
The defense is ready, although we are also waiting for lab results.
That's correct.
All right, let's reset both cases for May 3rd at 8:30.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. You
Thank
have a
you.
blessed day.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you.
Pull the stack and we'll go back through them again.
Stephen, you're on mute.
Your
Judge.
Honor, on Jacqueline Barnett, I believe she is incarcerated in Kendall County. I'm not sure if Mr. Rosenbach or Mr. Harpold can confirm that or not.
Well, I was just going to say that I see that in Odyssey, she has 20 outstanding warrants. So she's either in custody there or she's a no arrest.
Okay.
Okay, the clerk just confirmed that the computer shows that she is in custody in Kendall County.
Okay. I'll go out there and speak with her and we'll get a waiver of arraignment filed. See if we can get a move on this case.
Perfect. Thank you.
Quite a few, Ted.
Yes. I think Mr. Danford has one or two of her cases also.
Yeah, y'all can double team the DA.
Sounds like a good time.
All right, the court will recall cause number B21-32, the state of Texas versus Christopher Jensen. Mr. Jensen, are you with us? Set that to the side. Court will recall cause number B20-547, state of Texas versus Austin Kinsey. Austin Kinsey. Set that to the side. The court will recall cause number B2448 and B2550, the state of Texas versus Dana Lockhart.
Here, sir.
Oh, very
I'm
good.
here.
Thank you. Ms. Lockhart, looks like the public defender's office was appointed to represent you.
Yes, sir.
So you'll need to contact them. Your cases will be reset for April 5th at 8:30, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, let me
just
give
call their
something to
office?
write on.
Yes, sir.
It's 830
Okay.
315-2788.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Any certain person I asked for?
No, ma'am. Just tell them they've been appointed to represent you.
Okay. May I be excused?
Yes, ma'am. Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Your Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Bennett is here with us now.
I'm right here, Your Honor.
Yeah, part of the problem is he has the coronavirus.
Okay. Okay, bear with me. We'll be back to him in about 5 minutes or so.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Court will recall cause number B21-24, the state of Texas versus Jaden Martinez.
That's me, sir.
All right, Ms. Martinez.
Can you hear
we're
me,
set.
sir?
I can. We're set for arraignment today. Are you represented by an attorney?
No, sir, I'm not. I have on this paper that I got in the mail that gives me a number to get an attorney to represent me. They didn't answer. I called like 5 times and left voicemails, so I didn't know what to do.
Contact the Kirk County District.
Do
Clerk. Hang on, listen to me. Contact the
Clerk's
Kirk County,
office.
Kirk
Yes,
County
sir.
District Clerk's office before Wednesday. And they'll get you hooked up with the application
Yes,
for
sir.
court-appointed counsel, okay? I'm going to reset your case for April
Yes, sir.
5th at 8:30, but be sure you submit your paperwork before Wednesday, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll see you back on April 5th.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. Court will recall cause number B21-120, or excuse me, B2127, the state of Texas versus Micah McCormick. Micah McCormick. Circle back. Court will recall cause number B20-560, the state of Texas versus Jennifer Moreno. Jennifer Moreno. Ms. Moreno, if you can hear me, you need to speak up.
I'm here.
Okay. All right, we're set for arraignment this morning. Are you represented by an attorney?
They have not appointed me an attorney yet.
Did you apply for court appointed, Josh?
Yes, sir.
I'm on the phone with
Okay.
court, bro.
When did you submit? Hang on real quick. Let me mute this person. When did you apply for court appointed counsel?
I filled out all the paperwork for indents, and I filled out all the paperwork while I was in jail.
Okay, give me just a second while we look through the computer. Hindering. Ms. Moreno, we're not showing that you filled out the actual application for court appointed counsel. It doesn't show in your jail records and it doesn't show in the court records. So what you need to do is contact the district clerk's office in Kirk County on or before Wednesday. And if you would, please fill out another application for me and submit it and we'll get it taken care of, okay? I'm going to reset your case for April 5th at 8:30.
Okay.
Okay. But contact the district clerk on or before Wednesday, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. He's not here. He wasn't. Court will recall cause number B20-562, the state of Texas versus Stephen Ortiz. Set it aside. Court will recall cause number B12-312, the state of Texas versus Salvador Garcia. Salvador Garcia. Court will recall cause number B19-851, state of Texas versus James Oglesby. Mr. Oglesby. He submitted the waiver, right? Court will recall cause number B20-524, the state of Texas versus Antonia Granada.
Your Honor, I'm present for Mr. Granada. We've contacted and left more messages since the court first called the case and have not had a response.
Okay, thank you. Court will recall cause number B 2292 and 293, the state of Texas versus Austin McBride.
Yeah. Same announcement, Your Honor. We've tried to reach Mr. McBride in the interim and have not had an answer.
Thank you. Court will recall cause number B 2007, state of Texas versus Gregory Seraphin.
Same announcement for Mr. Seraphin.
Should be back to play. I don't know. Why do I have Jacqueline Barnett here? That's right. She's in Kendall County. Court will recall cause number B 20-15, the state of Texas versus Joshua Bennett.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
For purposes of pretrial, let's say the parties.
It's ready.
And we're ready, Your Honor. We don't have any pretrial motions. I'm just waiting confirmation of the lab results, and I believe this case is going to be able to resolve via plea.
That's correct, Your Honor. We're waiting on labs.
Okay, let's reset it on the May 3rd docket and see if we have our labs by then.
Okay, Judge, is it possible I could set him for April the 5th? Because if I could set him then, I could speak to Mr. Harpold, who I've discussed this case with, and see if we're willing to waive the labs.
Sure. Let's set it for April 5th at 8:30.
Okay, and Joshua, I know you don't feel good. Can you call me at my office?
Sure, what time?
Just call me right now.
Okay.
All right, may I be excused, Your Honor?
You may. Thank you.
Thank you.
May I be excused, Your Honor?
Absolutely. Thank you.
You have a great day, Your Honor.
Thank you. You can grab me a bailiff. April 5th.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I was showing on Dave. I'm sorry.
Mr. Perrin had one that he had filed a waiver of arraignment on.
Okay, that was the only one that I saw. Okay, thank you very much.
Mhm. All right, we still have a couple of folks that are on the screen who we have not heard from. If you believe you had a case set for today and your name was not called, if you would, please speak up one at a time in an orderly manner, and we'll see if we can figure out the status of your case. Yes, sir. What's your name?
Kennedy Martin.
Give us just a second while we look in the computer.
Mhm.
What was your first name, Mr. Martin?
Kennedy.
Kennedy. Okay, your attorney waived your arraignment, so you did not have to be here today.
Okay, and just to verify, who's my attorney?
Mr. Reitmeyer?
Okay, because I've been trying to call him for like 3 weeks and I can't leave a voicemail because it says it's full.
I can't vouch for him. I don't know. You can try sending him an email or call the district clerk and ask him if they have an email, and you might try sending him an email, okay?
Okay.
I know the ice storm really messed up everybody last week. So.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Looks like we have Kenny Dale Rodriguez on this. All right, Mr. Rodriguez, your arraignment was waived by your attorney. So give your attorney a call and he can tell you your next court date, okay?
Yes, sir. Who is my attorney?
Mr. Reitmeyer?
Reitmeyer?
Yes, sir. And if you call the district clerk, they can give you
What
the
is it?
contact information.
Okay, the Kerrville District Attorney?
No, call the district clerk.
Oh, District Clerk. Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so you have a good day.
Thank you, you too. Anybody else? All right, we'll wait for the bailiff to come back. Oh, no. All right, we have so many, we're going to do them a little different. I'm going to ask you each individual name. You just tell me yes or no if you call their name at the door. When I get to the end, I'm going to ask you if you received any affirmative responses, okay? Deputy, did you have an opportunity to call Christopher Jensen's name at the courthouse door? Did you have an opportunity to call Austin Kinsey at the courthouse door? Michael McCormick? Stephen Ortiz? Salvador Garcia? James Oglesby? Antonia Granada, Austin McBride, Gregory Seraphin, for any of those names, did you receive any affirmative responses? Are there motions from the state on each of these defendants?
Yes, Your Honor. We ask that their bonds be revoked in each case for each defendant and that a NEC warrant be issued in each case.
Requested relief will be granted in each of the cases. And I'm
you.
showing that's all we have till 1:30.
Did a good job. Got through it. Thank you,
Okay.
Your Honor.
All right, we'll see everybody at 1:30.
Good
Thank
luck.
you.
See ya. Bye, Paula.